never know what that means. You will never know what that means. Press pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm Andrew.
That was a delayed Andrew. Did you forget your name?
I was distracted by the fact that the UI on Riverside has changed again and stuff was dancing around atop of my screen. They've now moved a timer up there, a recording timer that wasn't there last time. And I was like, what's going on? What's happening? Am I losing connection? Is this an error? No, it's just a timer.
Yeah, I actually don't like it up there. It used to be down by my record button. And now I have to switch my view. But they change it literally every week. There's at least some small change every week. They're constantly on that.
Mm-hmm.
This is Press Pause episode 41. We are officially as old as WrestleMania as of this weekend. WrestleMania 41 is happening. Call 2K and I just uploaded our WrestleMania 41 predictions. It was a huge episode. We got all dressed up for it. It was a lot of fun. Cannot wait for this weekend. Cannot wait for this weekend. How are you, my friend?
I'm sore. I did physio yesterday, and my knees are hurting, man.
Yeah, physio and even getting a massage, you end up hurting. You know.
But with the massage, it's like a good hurt because it means the rest of the hurt is gone. This is just fair. Now it hurts. Now it just hurts to walk.
How long do you have to do physio for? Is that just a permanent thing, or is that a new thing? Or
no, it's a few weeks.
Oh, it's a few weeks. Okay, well that's good. You never want that physio that you have to go to for the rest of your life. You know, like Cairo.
Yeah,
which I didn't go to this week. I go next week. Back's doing good this week. I'm pretty happy with that.
That's good.
All right, let's get to some housekeeping before we move forward. We are on Spotify. If you want the audio only edition of the show, go on Spotify. The link is in the description. I also recently found out, thanks to a listener, that we are also on YouTube Music. Who would have known? I did not know this.
I don't even know how that works.
So YouTube Music is basically like Spotify and Amazon Music. It's their own version of that.
Okay.
I guess I didn't put it up there myself. YouTube automatically realized that we're a podcast, and so it put it on the YouTube Music service.
Honestly, not a fan of that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan that they didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a fan that they didn't tell me that, but now that I know, I can see it, and I can. It basically just copies everything that I've put in on the YouTube video, so I'm fine with that. And once we start making some moolah doing this, it translates to both services. We will, sir. I will not be giving up on this. This is a lifetime. Well, I don't know how many people will want to watch a 60-year-old TJ Leo talk about video games, but I see no end in sight for co-op entertainment. We're gaining subscribers. We gained 3 this week. Just throw that out there. I know that's not a huge number for our brethren in the upper atmospheres of YouTube fame, but that's a record for us. 3 in 1 week.
That's like that's like what, a 30% increase or something. However many we already have. Did you gain 30% new subscribers this week? Fucking
exactly.
Mark Rober. Did you know? Well then.
Yeah, Markiplier.
Take that.
We're coming for you. Exactly. Yeah. We are at 92 videos, 93 as of this video, so we're creeping up on the old 100, which is cool. I'm excited. This and Wrestling Renaissance are always the highlight of my week. I love doing it. I love just sitting and chatting about wrestling and games. 2 of my favorite hobbies, interests, whatever you want to call them. It's just a lot of fun. And sit down with friends and just vamp. You know,
mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good. Enjoy it. If you haven't already joined the Discord community server, do so. We are the Co-op Club. The link is in the description. Just have to fill out a short survey. Takes literally 30 seconds. And you can join and talk to myself, Cult2K. There's a bunch of us on there talking about games and wrestling and other stuff. So feel free to join. Join the conversation, as the kids say. Do the kids say that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Also, happy Easter to those that celebrate. It is Easter weekend this weekend. My weekend is very full. It's very full. That's why we're doing the recording early. Friday is Good Friday. I will be with the fam jam, as I call them. Fish fry. We're having a big old fish fry. So that'll be yummy. And then that's WrestleMania weekend, as I mentioned. We'll be hanging out with my buddy, watching WrestleMania. Go out, get some grub, play some games. Just have a good old weekend. So I'm stoked for ye Easter weekend. Do you have any plans?
Yeah, well, my niece is coming to visit this weekend, and she's 6.
Are you hiding eggs for her to find?
I'm not hiding eggs, but I know for a fact that everyone at the house she'll be staying at will be.
Well, definitely. You got to do that.
Yeah.
I should do that for my cat, but just make it treats.
Yeah.
Dante can just search for them all over the house. Yeah. I'm not religious in any way. Easter's just an excuse to have fun for me. And for
chocolate.
Kids, it's great. And chocolate. Yeah, I did buy myself some chocolate. I got some Hershey's cookies and cream. It's one of my favorites. And I've got an Arrow bar, I think.
I do like
caramel.
Arrow impresses me in that it has less chocolate than other stuff, and that somehow does manage to make it a different experience. Like it's a purely textural thing. It's 100% texture. It's just chocolate. There's nothing special about it, and yet I like it. So good on them. They found a way to sell a chocolate bar with like 25% less chocolate in it.
Yeah.
That is pure profit.
Absolutely. Less chocolate used, more profit gains. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the salted caramel version. I've never had that one, so thought I would give it a go. Haven't had it yet. Saving it for the weekend. Okay. Let's get into what we're playing. Do you have any new news on that front?
Just that I will surely be finished Stalker in time for next week. I'm right up against the end. I literally need to turn in a mission, and then I believe it's the point of no return mission after that, where I go into the whatever the end game stuff is. So,
nice. Yeah. No new thoughts on Disco Elysium that you thought of from last week?
Well, I actually wanted to wait if you had anything to say about it, because I do have some thoughts, and I want to know how far you are in it, because I know you're playing it now.
Yeah, not far. I've been I'm still in the same area that I've played before. I'm not even close to where I've the maximum time that I've played before. I did die the first time.
Oh yeah,
from the fan, the ceiling fan.
Okay.
Did you know you could die from that?
Oh no, no, I didn't die from that, but I know that you can. Yeah.
So I took your advice and I put all of my stats into what are the 4 stats again?
It's
like knowledge,
intellect. Oh yeah, you're talking about the intellect stuff.
Well, there's 4, right?
Oh, like 4 stat categories. Yeah, there's intellect, physique. I forget what they call them. It's basically mind, body, agility, and emotional state.
Right. Like so I put all my stuff into
whatever.
Psyche, that's it. Yeah. So I put everything into intellect and psyche, and I put nothing into the physical stuff. And so
I didn't say that you should put nothing into them.
I know. I thought I would just go for it.
Okay.
And that means you only have 1 hit point.
Yeah.
So when I reached up to grab
you fucked up getting the tie.
Well, I don't know how I didn't fuck it up because I stopped the fan. and then he reaches for it, and then he has a heart attack and dies.
And you didn't have any Nosafed to heal yourself, did you? Because it was right at the start.
I have yet to find something like that. Yeah, no.
Oh, God,
Yeah, no.
that's a healing.
So
item.
I don't.
You gotta.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. So I died. So I was like, oh, okay.
You died in the starting room.
Yep. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna leave my tie there. I'm just gonna leave my tie there.
The tie can talk to you though.
I do plan on going back to get it once I have more life.
I didn't know. I didn't know that the tie could talk to you. I only found out like partway through the game that you can hallucinate the tie talking to you and have conversations with it.
Yeah, no, I had no idea. Yeah, I got all the rest of his clothes. So I got the 2 shoes, his pants, his jacket and shirt. But the tie remains in the room at the moment. But yeah, I went outside. I talked to the bartender. I talked to Kim. I talked to the lady in the wheelchair. You have to talk to the girl in the room next door because she's out there having a smoke. And then I went to the car and I called the district or whatever, the department.
Oh, you introduced them to Firewalker, did you?
Firewalker?
That's the call sign he wants to use.
Oh, I didn't even have that option.
Oh, Harry insists on speaking to the precinct. He insists on using the call sign Firewalker.
Oh, yeah.
And
for
every
whatever
time
reason, I
you
didn't see
use it,
that.
they're like, Firewalker's calling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I mean, I haven't had that option yet. I don't know if maybe my choices have changed the outcome of that. But yeah, no. I still don't know my name. So maybe that's why. I never looked in the mirror. Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you did. Because my face, like my portrait, is still a blur.
Is blurred.
I still don't know what I look like. Yeah. So I haven't done that. I do plan on doing it at some point.
Well, it just you see your face.
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious to see if it heals over time. So maybe I go look at it later, and it's not like a shock to the system because you don't look like a beat up piece of shit.
No, it doesn't.
No, you still look like a beat up piece of shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like you know what he looks like? Have you ever seen what it looks like looking in the mirror? You've never seen that? It looks like it looks like if my dad was a major alcoholic.
Okay. So he's got well, your dad's got a beard though. I don't think this guy's got a beard, does he?
Yeah, he does. He's got mutton chops.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which my dad
got the
does
Santa
not
Claus
have.
beard though. Yeah, your dad's got the Santa beard.
Well, he did for a long time. It's he's
not quite that long anymore.
Much shorter now, but
okay. Yeah, I think I saw him in the truck. I think it wasn't as long. Yeah, I miss that beard. Needs to grow back.
Yeah, well, it was a thing for work. The company changed hands and different safety regulations came in. It was
I see.
I forget exactly what it was, but I think it was something like it doesn't matter if you're not using the kind of like because he works at a steel mill, so there's all kinds.
You wouldn't want to get that caught in anything.
Yeah, or get like stuff in your lungs, like any kind of particulate. But it was like I think it was even if you're not in an area that requires like a full face seal, even if it's just like a basic respirator, like a COVID mask to just keep like large particulate matter out. We just blanket require everybody to be clean shaven for any kind of because liability stuff. I guess I don't know. So that's why he shaved it.
Gotcha. What else did I do in the game? I talked to Kuno and Kuno S.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
They're so vile. My God.
Mm-hmm. They are monstrous children, but they're also very interesting characters once you start to dig in.
Yeah, great voice acting. I tried to get the body down, but I threw up. So now I have to go figure out how to do that.
Yeah, that happens. I don't actually know if there's a way to avoid that.
Well, it's a roll, so I'm assuming
It's a roll.
with
Yeah.
the right
Well,
with the right
I
stats,
look.
you could. I don't know.
Remember, there are a few rolls in this game that are actually impossible.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if that's one of them. It might not be though.
I mean, it gives you a
I
pretty
don't
low
know.
percentage. It was like 9% or something like that.
Okay, well
But
then it is completable. The
oh,
impossible
okay.
to do ones always have the lowest percentage with it, which I think is 3.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So now that doesn't mean that just because it says impossible or it has a 3, that doesn't mean that it's literally impossible. They don't
Mhm.
identify which ones are actually impossible. You just try them over and over again, like reloading your save, and you do them like 100 times, and you're like, okay, statistically, there's no way.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's about it. That's about as far as I got. I'm trying to remember if I did anything else, but I don't think so. No, that's about as far as I got. So I still got to go down the street, talk to the people, talk to the shopkeep, talk to the
Mm-hmm.
barricade stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have to go in the dumpster. I got the key to the dumpster. I got to go do that.
Yep.
Um, yeah. So I'm not as far as I was. I'm
Okay.
I'm like probably halfway to where I was.
Okay.
But yeah, I got super sidetracked by continuing South of Midnight.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. And how's that going?
Um, not as good.
Oh no, I had a bad feeling
Yeah.
about that intake of breath. That is the air suck. You're like,
Yeah, I'm trying
yeah.
to find a way to just I'm trying to find a way to like articulate it, and I've been thinking about this going into today's show. I don't want to shit on it because it's still from an artistic standpoint absolutely gorgeous. The audio and the music beautiful, but there's still just those things that you would consider nitpicks, but they add up to being more than nitpicks in the end. You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
I've been thinking about what you said last week. You
Mm.
said it was a really good PS2 game, and you didn't mean that graphically. You meant in the style of like platforming and action
Very
games
simple.
from
Yeah, it's not a
for like
deep
20 years ago.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's the kind of
yeah,
game that was, it was like, wow, it looks really good and it's in full 3D and it's a platformer game. And now 20 years later, it's like, well,
it's the
yeah,
same
we've been
game,
doing
just it
that.
looks
Yeah,
better.
we've been doing that for decades.
Yeah,
The standards have changed. People's standards of
yeah,
quality have changed. Um,
yeah.
which is why you have to rate games as products of their time instead of just as they are today. But this game is a recent release, and if it feels design wise or like just generally gameplay wise like something from 20 years ago, I can see why it's not grabbing you as much as you'd like it to.
Yeah, I'm pretty much of the same opinion that I had last week, where the artistry and the presentation is doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah,
Um, the
which I
gameplay has a
unfortunately was also the case for their last game.
yeah, yeah. Same thing for Kina, although I do think I like Kina a lot more than this game.
Okay.
Um, the gameplay it's expanded a little bit, but it's still like I said, it's just a really good PS2 game. Um, I I've I you okay. So last time I talked about it, you had a couple of spells. You had like a push, a pull, a weaken spell, and then you just had
Mhm.
your like hand to hand combat stuff. Now things have grown a little bit. So like when you pull a guy in, if you hit him right as he pulls towards you, you can like do like a super stab kind of move, which weakens him, and then you can follow up with some attacks. Uh, you also unlock a his name is Crouton. He's like a little
Okay.
doll, like a voodoo doll kind of
That's
thing that you take control of and you can walk around with. Um,
okay.
in non combat, if you take control of Crouton, he can go into like small crevices that you can't reach, and so for
Okay.
some like light puzzle solving. Um, in combat, he basically distracts and charms one of the enemies, so they'll fight for you
Okay.
for 10 seconds.
Okay.
Um, the combat is actually better than I initially thought. It's really a dance of your spells. It's like, okay,
Okay.
there's like three different types of enemies. Who should I prioritize first? Who should I charm? Who's the best one to charm out of all these three? Okay, I'm gonna charm him. I'm gonna bring him over here. I'm gonna boop 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 boop. I'm gonna weaken him. I'm boop boop boop. I'm gonna dodge. Like it's just like a dance, basically. If you get in the
Yeah.
flow,
You yeah, you got to get
it's
in the
good.
rhythm.
It's kind of like
that's
yeah, I was gonna say it's like Batman Arkham games.
Oh,
The
okay.
fighting in that, where
I
if
was thinking
if,
of Doom Eternal, where you kind of have to jump between one ability and the next. Like it's like decide who I'm going to hit with the flamethrower, and then with the ice grenade, and then with the frag grenade, and then with the chainsaw, and then with the energy sword, and then by the time you're done all that, your flamethrower has cooled down and it's ready to go again. And it's just a matter of
it's about a
sort of rotating through
like a rotation
through those resources. Yeah.
Yeah, exact same thing. There's a dance to it, and if you nail it, you won't get hit one time in the combat, and you're like, oh yeah, that felt good. But the problem is, if you fuck it up and you get out of the rhythm and you get out of the rotation and you get hit, the penalty for getting hit is kind of severe, honestly. Like it's not just you get hit or you take damage in most cases. It like knocks you down and you're down on the ground for like a good second and a half, which really slows you down because you're like, get up, get up, get up. You know, you have that kind of like panic
Oh
mode when you
God,
get
one of
hit.
those.
And then you struggle to kind of get back into the rhythm, which makes the combat a little
Oh.
more difficult. But I don't know. When you're in the flow, amazing combat. When you get fucked up, you can really get fucked up. Like it doesn't take too long to fall off the train. And I have died a few times. The checkpoint system is pretty generous, though. You just restart the combat from scratch with full health, so you just start over. The non-combat gameplay is what I think's dragging me now at this point in the game. It's getting a little long in the tooth. It's basically just all your standard platforming, double jumping, you're climbing on ledges. It's nothing special. There's a little bit of light puzzle solving, you know, like you got to push a cart to get up to a higher like you know, basic stuff. Nothing that's going to break your brain by any stretch of the imagination. They've now added like these wind tunnel segments. I'm at the point where you glide into them and then they like carry you off and it becomes like a Panzer Dragoon type of gameplay.
Oh,
where you're like on a 2D plane, but you're moving forward, dodging spikes and stuff. You know, I'm probably, let's see, there's 14 chapters and I'm midway through chapter 9. And so I'm just kind of at the point where I'm sighing every so often where I'm like, okay, this might be too long of a game for the it's getting repetitive.
Yeah,
it's getting
for what it is,
you know, for what it is, you know, which normally I wouldn't complain about because it's like, you know, that gives me more for my money kind of a thing. But you want your game to leave you wanting more, not being tired of what was. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. That's not a good way to end your game.
That was the problem I had with Luigi's Mansion 3. Like I tapped out, I think like halfway through the game because I was like, okay, I've just had enough of Luigi's Mansion. Yeah.
I tapped out at the final boss, believe it or not. The final boss I was so frustrated by. I was like, fuck it. I can't. I don't care much. I don't care enough to see the ending of this game. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that I'm bothered by in South of Midnight is the repetition of the design of the chapters. So the first like 3 or 4 chapters are very story driven and very like I don't want to say dynamic because it's a very linear game, but they're very different from each other, right? You're kind of learning a lot and you're getting absorbed into the world, and there's no real pattern. But once you get to a certain chapter, each chapter becomes this pattern of arrive at this new location, meet somebody, they have some sort of like, I'm trying not to spoil anything, but they have some sort of like debilitating mental health crisis, a dark secret of their past that they're holding in, and it's causing problems for them. So you learn about that, or you meet them, and then you start learning about that by exploring the area. You start learning about their past by exploring the area. Then you have a combat mixed in there. There's usually 3 combat in each chapter, so you kind of have like it. Just sometimes there's a bonus one that you can do just for extra XP to put towards your upgrades, but usually it's just like the 3 story ones you have to do. Okay. You do those, and then once you do those, each of those unlocks another piece of the story about this character that you're learning about. And then once you do all 3, then there's a chase sequence. I'm not going to spoil what's chasing you. The chase sequence is basically you have to run forward, and it's a pre designed like course. It's just an obstacle course basically that you have to run through using all of your traversal, your double jumps, your glides, your wall runs, all that kind of stuff that you got. The problem with the chase sequences is because it's a third person game, you can't see what's chasing you, so there's no real fear. They don't do a good job of like, oh, he's almost on me. Like there's none of that. It's just basically like, as long as you don't stop, you're fine. So there's no real fear of that. There's no sense of there is something chasing you. It just kind of feels like, hey, this is one of those levels.
The alternative is then it's like running into the camera and you can't see what's coming.
Or side-scrolling.
Yeah, side-scrolling, you can also do that.
I just don't think a chase sequence was necessary. It just doesn't feel... I mean, I enjoy them. They are slow, though. Like, the platforming is kind of, like, methodical. It's not like Rayman Legends or...
A slow chase sequence?
Yeah, she doesn't run very fast. Yeah, she kind of like... She kind of like... It's like a jog and a half. She doesn't run very fast. Oh, so the chase kind of feels like this. So there's no sense of urgency, or like it's not faster than you normally run. So it's more of just an obstacle course. It just feels like an obstacle course. That's all it is. It's not done well. It doesn't feel good.
That doesn't make for a good chase.
No. So you do that, and then usually it ends up in a boss fight. And the boss fights range from predictable and terrible to pretty interesting, but also pretty repetitive. So they're not great either. The design of the bosses themselves, awesome. They look gorgeous. But the gameplay of them, I don't know, pretty standard. 3D platforming boss type stuff. Nothing to write home about. They're not easy. I wouldn't say they're super difficult, but they're not easy. I have failed once or twice, but it's usually just because I haven't locked down their patterns. It's all about locking down, like, oh, I know what he's going to do next, so I know what to do. Like, it's all about memorizing the patterns. So
yeah.
Then you beat the boss, and then you talk to the character again, and you realize things about the story, and you're like, oh, okay, and now they're all healed, and now you're good to go. And it repeats that over and over again. So it's always that exact pattern of gameplay.
Yeah.
Arrive, talk to character, explore, combat, chase scene, boss fight, rinse, repeat. And I think I'm on like the 4th time that it's done that, and I'm like, okay, you couldn't mix things up a little bit, guys. It's
I would find that kind of irritating.
Yeah, it's a little tedious at this point, and I still have 4 chapters to go. I'm sure the last chapter is probably just like a prologue, not really a chapter. So maybe three chapters left, and I'm like, I really hope that these next 3 chapters are not exactly the same as this pattern, because it's already old now. If I have to do it 3 more times, I'm not gonna be happy about that. I'll be pretty bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that this game is like a pretty much a carbon copy of Kina, but Kina is just a much better experience.
Hmm.
Um, it honestly, I don't want to call them out or anything like that, but it kind of does feel like they looked at Kina and went, "Hey, we can do that." Like it's pretty similar, like in not just in gameplay, but like in a lot of ways. Um, which isn't like that's not a terrible thing to copy like a formula, but if you can't
If you
do it
do it
better,
well,
then
or do
yeah,
something novel with it.
yeah. So it just kind of feels like a lesser version of Kina. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
Um, is it better than their previous game? Absolutely,
Well,
absolutely.
yeah.
Do they have a long way to go in terms of gameplay design? Yeah, they're definitely not in the upper echelon by any stretch of the imagination. Um,
Hmm.
they've got the freaking visuals and the audio down pat, man.
Oh
Down
yeah,
pat.
they've had that for a while.
Yeah, they got to find a gameplay designer who can do something more,
Yeah.
um, more interesting. I'm still against the swearing. I still think it's completely unnecessary and completely
Oh
takes me
yeah.
out of the experience every time. It's still going on, and I'm just like, it's just baffling. Also, the story is getting confusing now. Honestly, remember how I said it was kind of like akin to like Alice in Wonderland?
Hmm.
Well, it's still kind of that, but now I'm kind of it's it'll have to wait until the ending to see if it is an Alice in Wonderland situation or if this is like real life. But sometimes it feels
Yeah.
like this is just like legitimate life and she just didn't realize it somehow. Like her mom was keeping a secret. I don't know. It's fucking weird. At times, I
Yeah.
think it's still the Alice in Wonderland trope, but then there's other times where I'm like, maybe this is just like a real thing and she's not knocked out, or I don't know. Yeah. So I think I'm sitting at a 7 at this point. I've lowered my
Okay.
score, so yeah, I was between a 7 and an 8. Now I'm dead on a 7. It's good, but it is definitely a play it on Game Pass
It's
or wait for a deep sale
yeah,
kind of a
it's
game.
okay, but it's not great.
No. Um, besides that, I haven't really played anything else, but I did see that Lords of the Fallen just launched their version 2.0, which basically overhauls the game. So I'm gonna try that game again. Um, this is the new Lords of the Fallen. I think we've had this discussion before that they named their game the
Yeah.
same thing twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've overhauled the combat, they've overhauled the UI, they've overhauled like it's they've overhauled the tutorial. It's it's practically a different game. Like it's the same levels, but it's just a completely different game. And now it has full co-op, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I've never
Um,
played, so none of these changes really mean much to me.
it's a Souls
But
like, but
oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, it's a Souls like, which I think it's the first Souls like with full co-op. I don't think there is
Hmm.
another one. They all have like drop in co-op and like summons and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
this might be the first one with full co-op, which is kind of cool. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Anything else we want to talk about before we move on to the news
Um,
or
I
Metacritic
don't.
check-in, I should say?
No, go for it.
No. Okay. Then let's do so. Let's move into the Metacritic check-in. Ba-dum-bum-bum. So South of Midnight, still sitting at a 77. User score sitting at a 63. I can't remember if that's moved or not, so I figured I would just comment on it. 63 seems a little lower than I would give it. Seems to be the biggest complaint seems to be the combat, which is interesting. I'm not sure I would say that's the worst part of it by any stretch. I would say it's the repetitious nature of it. We covered Talos Principle Reawakened, which is sitting at a 91. User score 63 though.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, they're all uh, reviews without words. They're just scores. So I don't trust that shit.
Hmm.
Blueprint's sitting at a 93 still, 72 by users. Why is it lower? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I still haven't played that one. It's still on my list to play. I might be playing it tonight. We'll see.
Okay.
What else is coming out here? Bionic Bay is out. That's the Super Meat Boy kind of like game with side-scrolling platforming, speed running stuff with time manipulation. Sitting at an 86
Yeah.
on Metacritic. I'm looking forward to that one. That's
All right,
that's
that's
an
not
early
bad.
review score though. Yeah. And then Tempopo got updated. Tempopo was that music game with the little girl and the blocks moving around. We saw a trailer of it at one of the showcases. Sitting at a 74. It's on Game Pass, so I do intend to check it out for next week. That's about it. There's a whole bunch of other stuff on here that I've never heard of. Rusty Rabbit, Augmented Empire, Finding Frankie,
Rusty
Chains of
Rabbit
Freedom.
sounds gross. It sounds like
Rusty Rabbit.
that sounds like a sex thing, and not
Well,
the
it's sitting
good
at
kind of sex
a
thing.
oh, it's sitting at a 68.
Oh,
I
I
know.
knew
I
I
was so
knew it wasn't
close.
gonna be 9.
So close. What else? Finding Frankie, Chains of Freedom, Lush Foil Photography, Nico Derico Director's Cut. It's not a good sign when that game's got a director's cut and it's only been out for. When did it come out? Actually, I feel like it's only been out a few months. I don't know. No, the director's cut just came out. I don't know when the original came out. Crashlands 2, Monaco 2. Yeah, about it. Nothing I've really heard of. Monaco, I feel like I've heard of, but
That's like
I
a
don't know.
racing game, right?
I don't know. Monaco. Oh, it's a heist game.
Oh, then I'm thinking of something else.
Oh, here it is. Hyper stylized heist game. The original was called one of the best co-op games of all time. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
interesting. Maybe I'll have to check it out. I've never heard of the sequel, but the name rings a bell though. But it's out now, so. But it's sitting at a 77, so maybe not. Maybe I won't check it out. Because the last game that I checked out that was a 77 was South of Midnight, and I'm not thrilled. Not thrilled with that time. All right, that's
Oh,
it.
I know why I thought it was a racing game. It's because there's a race called the Monaco
Called the
Grand
Monaco
Prix.
Grand Prix. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's an
There you
understandable
go.
mistake.
That is an understandable mistake. You got it. All right, let's switch over to the news. Just give me 1 second to switch my view screen. If it will allow me to. There we go. There we go. Okay, you got some news on PlayStation Plus changes.
Yes. Oh
What you
man, this
got?
mute button is great for when I need to move my chair and it gets really, really noisy. But none of you
There
heard
you go.
that, so it's fine.
Nope.
Yeah, so I have PlayStation Plus news. All my news this week comes from Engadget, which is my tech blog of choice.
Roger
So
that.
Sony is raising the price of PlayStation Plus here in Canada.
Boo!
Yeah, it applies to subscribers' first payments on or after June 24th. And they vary depending on the tier, but
It's not cheap.
they are now, according to the article, they are $25 monthly, up from $21. This is for PS Plus Premium. $69, which is one of the few cases in which it's not nice. For 3 months, up from 60, and 225 a year. Jesus, up from 190.
Big increase.
Extra members now pay $21 monthly, up from 18, 56 for 3 months, up from 50, and 190 annually, up from 155. And essential prices are $14 monthly, up from 12, 35 for 3, up from 30, and 110 annually, up from 95.
Yeah, I canceled my premium subscription.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. There are also other countries that are affected by price increases, which are as follows: Australia, South Korea, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay,
everywhere.
Peru, and Uruguay.
Good Lord.
So
everywhere with a bad dollar, bad currency.
We have gone through a significant chunk of the alphabet. We got all the way to U.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say
not worth it.
that it's specifically because of tariffs, but they've also apparently been vague about it. So
I mean, I don't know how. I don't think so, because digital products are not affected by tariffs, from what I understand.
Yeah, but if it causes a reduction of purchases physically, they're going to want to make up that money somewhere else.
True.
You know,
true train, as they say. Yeah.
Do they say that?
I say that.
Okay.
But yeah, when I got that notice,
if you say
which
it, then
was,
it must be.
Yeah.
So yeah,
true.
that sucks. That's a big.
I got that
hike.
email. Yeah, I got that email from PlayStation a few days ago, and I was like, well, lowering down to essential, because I'm not paying.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus game catalog's just not worth it. It just isn't.
Yeah.
Game Pass is still 10 times better. I don't understand why they think it's worth $225 a year. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So no, sorry, PlayStation, you just lost 125 of my dollars.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Moving on, there's also news for Doom, the original Doom, and Doom 2. So, Doom 1 and 2 recently got an expansion after, I think the last time anything Doom got an expansion was Xbox Live Arcade, where there was a new Doom 2 expansion that came out for the 360 version of that, and that was like, God, that was like at least 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But just recently they got a new expansion, and so Limited Run Games is now putting out a limited edition box for Doom 1 and 2 that costs $666.
Why?
And I know what you're thinking. Why? Yes, exactly.
Why?
So it's not just.
Does it come with a life-size statue of Doomslayer? Like,
it comes with quite a bit. So, and I'm not saying that it's worth it. I just thought it was interesting. So, first of all, if you buy the console version, it comes with physical versions of the game. If you get the PC version, it comes with download codes for Steam. Why you would even need is there anybody who doesn't own Doom? Like, it just seems really weird, but whatever.
But you called this the Will It Run edition? Is that what it was called?
Well, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
It comes with the soundtrack on cassette tape, because that's really useful. It comes with trading cards. I don't know why, because if these are all the cards, then why would you need to trade them with anyone?
Yeah,
If
that's stupid.
it's trading cards are like the dumbest thing that people add to collectors boxes. Um, there is a floating cacodemon statue, which has, I guess it's like a magnet that there's a magnet in the cacodemon, which is like the big red head thing. And there's a
Yep, I've
magnet
got
in the
a picture
base
of
that,
it on the view screen now.
yeah, that keeps it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at. That's exactly the picture
Yep.
I'm looking at. That keeps it floating. Um, there is
That's
a
cool.
handheld cacodemon that plays Doom. It's a little just plays
Oh,
Doom
it's like
and
a
only
tech.
Doom thing.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then the box that it all comes in also plays Doom. The box has a little computer in
What?
it and a little monitor in it,
Oh my
and
god.
the
Okay.
box plays Doom. So that's why
Overkill.
this thing costs so much money, because it basically comes with a computer. Two computers, actually. Both
A
of which
Raspberry
play
Pi,
Doom.
basically.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Not even.
Raspberry
No, you
Pi
don't even
and
need
like
that
a
for. Yeah.
no.
It's Doom
No,
for crying out
but
loud.
that's what you get.
Wow.
That's what 666 freedom bucks will get you. And they are limited
Wow.
to 666 units.
Yeah, not worth
So,
it.
no,
Let's see.
absolutely not.
Let's see. Should I get a Switch 2 or Doom 1 and 2 limited run?
Yeah. Yeah, this is for crazy people.
Yeah. Like, I would say it would be for hardcore Doom fans, but even then it's like, okay, really? This is like,
Yeah.
this is
The
it's a cash
the
grab.
hardcore
I bet you
Doom
this whole thing
fans,
cost them $20.
the hardest of hardcore Doom fans have gotten Doom to run on way more interesting things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Weird.
yeah, but I did think it was kind of funny that it comes with two things
It's
that play Doom, which begs the
plus the
question
games.
of why are you even getting like an Xbox or PlayStation or Switch copy if the box itself already plays it?
So if the box plays Doom, where are the buttons? Where's the controller?
I don't actually know how that works.
Yeah, because the little
Maybe
handheld thing has buttons on it. I can see the buttons on the
yeah.
on the thing there, but
Oh, I see. It says here in the article that it has a USB port.
oh,
So
so you
you
plug in a
plug in an
controller
input
to
device.
the fucking
So it doesn't
box.
even supply its own input device. Nice.
Oh my god! Wow, epic. I like limited run games, but sometimes they do some just kind of outrageous
I
stuff.
like it when they put out stuff that otherwise wouldn't get a physical release, because it's like it's nice
Yeah,
for digital only stuff to sometimes get physical copies. But
yeah.
this is kind of nuts.
It's silly. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all stuff that's just going to rot away in your closet.
Yeah, like who the hell is actually going to play Doom on the little cacodemon thing?
Nobody.
Like it's just ugh.
It's something for the landfill, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay.
And then the last piece of news that I have is Ubisoft news. And I didn't tell you what this was because I wanted to get your reaction on the podcast. Would you believe that this is good Ubisoft news?
No.
Would you believe that they did a good thing? Well, they did.
No.
So
You're a liar.
the article is Ubisoft just open sourced its colorblind assistance tool.
Huh.
So apparently Ubisoft has built a system. It's like a piece of software that applies a color blindness simulation filter, so that developers who are working on a game can see what people with various types of color blindness would see and adjust the design accordingly. Because if all you do to differentiate things is by color, and somebody is colorblind, they might see two different colors as the same color. So this is basically a way for people who are not colorblind to see where the problems might arise for people who are colorblind.
Right.
And they just put this out there for free, and so that anybody can use it, which is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's a small little tool that I think would actually be really, really helpful for people trying to design a game for maximum accessibility, especially if you're making some kind of like puzzle game, like, you know, some color matched 3 type game. You definitely want to have like color blindness considerations in there, or your game might actually be totally unplayable to some people.
Yeah.
Although I think
Absolutely.
by this point, most people have figured out that having a pattern or some kind of design on your puzzle blocks is also a good idea.
Yeah.
So, but hey,
Yeah.
like, it's out
But
there, it's free, it's
it's
open source,
exactly.
it's anybody can use it. There's literally no downside to this. So, unironically, good job, Ubisoft. That's the first time
Yeah.
I've said that in a while.
Yeah. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
It won't be long before they're on the bingo card once again.
Oh
Unfortunately,
yeah. Yeah.
they're
But
they're staying quiet since
for
that subsidiary thing, though.
yeah. But for once, we're talking about Ubisoft and it's praise. So hooray! Fucking mark the
Congratulations.
calendar.
You get the you
All
get
right,
the you
and
get the
that
golf
is
clap.
yeah, that is all I've got
That is
for the
that.
news this week.
Alrighty. Let's move into sort of our other topics for news here. First of off, I speak it English. First
Mm-hmm.
off, PlayStation 5. So PS Plus is not the only thing getting more expensive. Sony is raising the MSRP of PlayStation 5 across Europe, Australia, and New Zealand, citing of course, challenging economic environment, including high inflation and fluctuating
Mm-hmm.
exchange rates due to, gee, I wonder who.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the standard PS5 with a disk drive in New Zealand is up to 950 New Zealand dollars, which translates roughly to 785 Canadian.
Jeez.
Uh, Australia is, let's see, what's the Aussie? What's the Aussie dollar called? Just the Australian dollar, of course. One would know. $830, which roughly translates to 733 Canadian, which I think is actually cheaper. No, it's not cheaper than the Canadian price. $500, 500 euros in Europe, which I think is way more expensive than Canada.
Mm-hmm.
To Canadian, let's see, 786 Canadian, and 430 pounds in the UK, which in Canadian is $789. So if I go to Best Buy right now, let's see what the Canadian price of PS5 is. I thought it was $599, but maybe it's more than that now. I know it went up after I picked it up. PS5 price currently. What? $649. Well, that's still a lot cheaper than these other countries. That's surprising. The digital edition's only $579.
Yeah,
I say
only.
only. Yeah. Well, the Pro edition is $959. So, yeah. The Pro edition is not seeing a price increase, though, in these countries. The price increases are already effective. So if you live in Europe, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and you were thinking about getting a PS5, well, should have bought it already. Well, actually, I think you should just hold off, honestly, at this point.
Should you have, though? Because Like, we've established that there isn't a whole lot that the PS5 does.
That's what I mean.
That,
Just hold off at
yeah,
this point. Don't even bother. Move
yeah.
on. You know, just wait for PS6 and see what that price is, and maybe just get a Switch 2 in the meantime until PS6 Pro
Mm.
comes out. I don't know. It's a messy market right now. It's a messy market. All right, moving on. Dune Awakening, the much anticipated, massively multiplayer online game inspired by Frank Herbert's sci-fi movies and novels, has been delayed. It will now release on June 10th, 2025.
Somebody's going to be really
Funcom.
mad that you referenced the movies before the books. I'm not, because I don't
So,
care, but somebody's going to be
so,
mad.
oh, somebody. I thought you said Sony. I was like, why would Sony give a
Oh,
shit?
no.
So the Funcom announced the news in a tweet. Said, "Dear sleepers, these are exciting times. We're closing in on launch, and we've just initiated a major preview beta where hundreds of journalists and content creators are playing the early parts of the game, and we'll be releasing their coverage on April 25th, which is about a week away. These past few weeks, we've been steadily gearing up, releasing the character creator benchmark mode back in February, starting pre-orders in March, and continuing to release new live streams, videos, and details to keep you informed. I want to thank everyone who has shared in our excitement. It's been a joy, blah, blah, blah. Our ongoing persistent closed beta is also continuing in full force. With regular updates and the feedback we've been collecting from beta testers has been invaluable in making sure we can launch a quality game. We have a very active Discord channel going with our beta testers where our developers can interact directly with them to ensure we collaboratively make a Dune Awakening a better game. That's cool. I like that kind of part of betas and early access where they have their own Discord channel to talk to the people that are playing it, getting feedback. I think it's a cool idea. Thanks to this process, we've concluded that a bit more time is needed to cook. We can act on a lot more of the feedback we know is important to our beta testers, and as such, we'll be moving the release date of Dune Awakening to June 10th, with a head start. With Head Start launching on June 5th, which I'm assuming means people who pre-ordered it. Is my guess. It's not a decision we take lightly. Blah 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 blah. But we're also excited about the fact that this will allow us to do a large-scale beta weekend next month, where even more of you will get to the opportunity to play the game and share your feedback. We'll release information on this soon, so on and so forth. But I've been keeping my eye on this game because the idea of it is super interesting. I'm kind of I'm super curious where it's going to end up because it's an MMO, but it's not really an MMO. I feel like I feel like they're going to have like a shitload of servers for this, like, and they're not going to be like 50,000 people, 100,000 people per server. It's going to be like 1,000 people per server, maybe at that. Like, I just don't see this. I mean, this game is basically like Minecraft MMO. It's the world of Dune. I can't remember what the planet's name is.
Arrakis.
From Dune. Arrakis, that's it. You get the whole planet to explore. You get to build your own bases. It's like Rust.
Well, the whole planet, the whole desert planet.
The whole desert planet, yeah.
It probably wasn't that hard to design.
Yeah, it's just a lot of sand and canyons and stuff for sure.
Guess what? It's Tatooine, because guess what Tatooine was based on? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have a question. Why is this dude holding a rifle? Because I'm not exactly I've never read Dune, but I was under the impression that nobody used guns because everybody had personal shield systems that guns couldn't penetrate.
So I haven't seen the movies or read the books. I know nothing about Dune. I've always wanted to watch the movies, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I've heard that they're like 4 hours long.
You gotta watch the David Lynch movie. The 80s version. It's so crazy.
Yeah. But apparently, from what I remember, I watched a deep dive into this game at some point. I'm pretty sure that this is like an alternate universe. It's like Dune, but like at some point the timeline changes and things are different, which gave them the creative freedom to do it.
I do know that the story of Dune over the various novels takes place over the course of like fucking 10,000 years
Hmm.
because the spice makes people immortal. Like as long as
Mm,
they take it. What the thing is that if you stop taking the spice, you basically die right away from withdrawal. Um,
yeah.
but because of that, the story, like the characters, can be around for a long time. There's a character, the son of Paul Atreides, ends up becoming like a hybrid between a human and a sandworm, and he ends up ruling Arrakis for like 2,000 years.
Mm.
So there's a lot
Yeah, I
of
found.
there's a lot of time to cover in there.
Yeah, I found a description of the story. So, Dune Awakening is set in a world where Lady Jessica had a sliding doors moment. I don't know what that means, and chose to follow the
Okay.
instructions of Benny Gesserit.
Oh,
Gesserit.
Ben and Gesserit.
Yeah, and
Oh,
have
okay.
and
So it's okay. Then yeah, that changes things substantially.
yeah. So Lady Jessica had a
Her so
daughter named Arist,
yeah.
instead of
So
Paul.
yeah. So this is all kind of set in motion because the Bene Gesserits are basically the psychic women who try to guide the galaxy for their own purposes, and Lady Jessica is one of them. And
Hmm,
oh god, I sound like a guy who's read the book. Oh no, I've only seen the movie. Oh
that's
no,
fine.
I already sound like that guy. But anyway, she chooses. They can. One of their powers that they have is the ability to influence the fetus that develops in them, and she chooses for her fetus to be a boy instead of a girl because they're trying to breed like this perfect life form, and it's going to take centuries and centuries of basically eugenics to plot out like who needs to marry who and produce what offspring to get the right combination of genes, and then those children need to have offspring to get the right combination of genes, and then just this 1,000 year long eugenics program to create like the ultimate psychic or whatever. And she defies that and has a boy instead of a girl. So if this is, oh, she had a girl instead, then yeah,
Yes.
we are way out of book and movie territory. This is already off
Yeah.
the rails before it's even begun.
So Lady Jessica had a daughter, Arist, instead, and then 29 years later, the Harkonnens and
Harkonnens,
Atreides, Harkonnens
Atreides.
and Harkonnens and
The,
Atreides
Har-
are at
the
war
Harkonnens are
over
dicks,
Arrakis.
basically. Yeah,
Okay.
the
Well, they're
Harkonnens
they're
are
at
the
war,
are the yeah, yep, that
and then
happens.
it says the Fremen or Freemen,
Yep, the
the
Freeman.
Freemen, the Fremen, the
Well,
Fremen have been wiped.
it's originally Freemen and it gets corrupted to Fremen over like hundreds of years. They're the
Oh, okay.
people who live on Dune who are not controlled by anyone.
Okay.
They're
Well,
the
they've been
guys with
wiped
the
out.
funky suits. Oh well, that
Well,
sucks. They were cool.
they're all dead. And alternative religions have evolved to fill the gap left by Lisan Al Gabe. Lisan Al Gabe. I don't know what that means.
I
Maybe
forget.
that was the religion in the movies. Um, Funcom said that the alternative timeline was necessary to make the player character consequential. Quote: Obviously, we did Jesus reset. Obviously, we did somewhat Okay, maybe that's just not good English. Obviously, we did the somewhat controversial thing, but I think, wow, who wrote this? If this is an exact quote, maybe this guy just doesn't speak great English. That's the only thing I can think of. Obviously, we did the somewhat controversial, but I think very correct choice of creating the alternate history, which allowed us to detach a bit from what was going on in the movies and kind of focus on developing the game. It's also been very helpful in that it allows us to bring a lot of the big name characters that people really want to interact with back into the story. So in the books, a lot of the big name characters die off quite early, but with our story, we get to keep them around, which is really cool. There are obviously things that we want to include more of in the future that were very popular in the movies. We won't have Sandworm riding at launch, for instance, but sometime in the future, we'll look into that. So there you go.
Mm.
So they get to use the characters in the world to enrich their
Without
story.
stepping on the toes of the established story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So
it's
it's
like
not
when
canon.
J.J. Abrams did that Star Trek reboot movie, but then was like, surprise! It's an alternate timeline.
It's an alternate timeline.
So
Yeah.
so it doesn't actually affect any of the stuff you love. You don't have to come at me, nerds. All that stuff is still
Yeah.
canon.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Game Pass. Another update. So Wave 2 of April 2025, Grand Theft Auto 5 is now out again on Game Pass Ultimate, PC Game Pass, Game Pass Standard.
Jesus Christ.
Neon White comes to console or moves to Game Pass Standard on April 16th. SpongeBob SquarePants: The Patrick Star game comes to all Game Pass editions. It's already out. I didn't even know that was a game. I know that people were fond of what was it, Bikini Bay or something like that, but I've never heard of the
Bikini
Patrick Star
Bottom,
game.
whatever.
Yeah. Crime Scene Cleaner is now out as well. Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass. That game I tried earlier today. I don't know if it came out before or after Power Wash Simulator, but it's basically Power Wash Simulator, except you're cleaning up a crime scene instead of washing someone's backyard or whatever.
Yeah.
I got real annoyed real quick. That is not a game for someone like for me. I'm like I just want to get clean. Fuck, where it's supposed to be like calming and like zen like. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to clean shit. It's not for me. Tempopo, we talked about this. It's the one that's out on Game Pass already. It's the music game with the little girl. I plan on playing that. See if it's any good. Claire Obscure Expedition 33, April 24th, Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass. Definitely going to check that one out. Please be good. Please be good. I want that game to succeed so bad. Mm-hmm. Towerborn Early Access Edition comes out April 29th to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass. That is if I remember correctly, it's kind of like Castle Crashers. So, we'll see.
That was a good game.
I think it's like Castle Crashers. Yeah, it was a good game. Yeah. Not by the same guys or anything like that, but it's kind of like that. Far Cry 4, April 30th. Not sure why.
Yeah.
Like
weird.
Like very random.
I mean, that feels like something that should have been for like a while now.
Yeah. Well, it's on Ubisoft Plus. So it's always on PlayStation Plus. Because when you subscribe to PlayStation Plus, you also get Ubisoft Plus. So you get all the Ubisoft games with it.
Okay.
So I guess Game Pass just doesn't have the Ubisoft Plus integrated with Game Pass for some reason.
Sure.
Maybe PlayStation pays Ubisoft more to be integrated with their. Yeah. Yeah, Anno 1800. So yeah, I mean, we got 3 Ubisoft games here. So I'm assuming that all kind of came in as a package deal. Modern Warfare 2 coming May 1st.
The modern Warfare 2, not the
the bad
old
one.
Modern
I
Warfare
should say.
2.
Yeah, so Modern Warfare 2 is Modern Warfare 2 the bad one or 3 the bad one? No, I think 3 was 3 the bad one. One of them was like supposed to be an expansion pack, and then they made it into a full game and ripped people off. I can't remember which one it was, but hey, I'm not paying for it. And then Dredge coming May 6th, Game Pass Ultimate, PC Game Pass, Game Pass Standard. Dredge is great. Highly recommend Dredge. I've played it. I've already played it. It's great. It's like a Lovecraftian boating game where you're fishing, but there's like puzzle elements and horror elements. It's really good. Highly recommend it. And then leaving Game Pass at the end of April, Have a Nice Death. I love that name. It's such a good name for a game. It's kind of like a Hollow Knight, but not as good. I tried playing it. I was like, yeah, this is not my jam. It's a lot harder. But I love that name, and I love the art style. It's great. Have a Nice Death. Kona 2, Broom. Sniper Elite 5. The Last Case of Benedict Fox, which, man, that game disappointed me so much. That game looks that's one of those games where it's like all subs or all style, and then the substance just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
You know. Thirsty Suitors. I don't remember what that is. And the Rewinder are all leaving Xbox Game Pass. So if you're interested in any of those, play them now, because they're about to disappear. Alrighty. Next up, one of the big reveals this week was Marathon from Bungie. Let me get some footage up here. Hopefully, it will play
Yeah,
and
I
not
meant
give
to
me.
watch that and I didn't.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
It'll be
that
playing in the
is
background here. I'm trying to
really
get it to play.
okay. Those are some
Let's
really
try it
garish
on a lower
colors.
setting. There we go. It's a very colorful
I
game.
wonder if
It's a very, very
yeah, I
colorful
wonder if
game.
there's a single person on this team who worked on the original Marathon.
Oh, probably not. Um, so I was never really interested in this from the get go, but now that I know that it is once again a PvPvE game,
Yeah.
I checked out immediately. I will say it does look cool, but
Yeah, because
and I
isn't
feel
this
like
like because I've never
yeah,
played the original Marathon, but isn't it like a really
it was
story
definitely
driven
not a
game?
PvPvE game. Yeah, I'm
Like,
pretty sure it was like
isn't this like making a battle royale shooter out of System Shock kind of thing?
yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
It's
like
very
let's take a
odd.
really
I
slow,
mean,
methodical sci-fi game and uh
yeah, I don't really understand it. So it is a three player team game. I'm not sure how many teams are in each match, but it's basically an extraction shooter. So
yeah.
you go in, you kill other players and other AI that are in the game.
Yeah.
Uh, you collect loot, and then you get out. If you die, you lose all your loot.
This
I don't
like
know why that's I don't know why that's appealing.
I got to say this is
If you,
really ugly.
it's
Like
fine.
I I mean I'm talking about artistically. Like in terms of the visual quality, yeah, it's fine, but like these
Yeah,
if it was all like this, like if everything in the game had these garish colors, maybe then it would mesh a little bit better, but you've got like these highly realistic environments and then shit looks like cell shaded against it. It's really
yeah,
it feels like a big stylistic mismatch. Like a lot of
yeah. It
these
is a
feel
little
like
strange.
placeholder textures, you know what I mean? And not the final
Yeah, I know
colors.
what you mean. Yeah. No, that's just the art style that they've gone with. I know.
That
Like
is
the
a
buildings all
that
look very colorful too. But you're right. The environments of like the look at that. Like the
yeah,
foliage and the
it looked
grass and
very
everything looks.
realistic. And then you've got
Yeah.
like everything. It's like, do you remember back when like really bright neon colors were popular? It was like uh towards the end of the 80s and into the early years of the 90s. So it was like we were really young when that was in style. But do you remember when that was still in style?
Mhm.
Because I do, and this is like if somebody said, "Hey, let's do that, but crank it up like way too many notches." Like this
Yeah.
is. Uh, there is a way to do this, I'm sure, but this isn't it. Like this is a huge misstep from Bungie because they're usually like impeccable when it comes to art design. You know,
Mhm.
like it's just this is just really unappealing to look at. Which, like, the one thing I can say about Destiny and Destiny 2 is that they are really nicely, like, visually designed games. You might not enjoy playing them, and you might be really pissed at the way that they've handled, the different seasonal content stuff and all that. I sure would be if I played Destiny 2. but like the character designs and the mechanical designs and all that stuff is impeccable. Uh this is just not great.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to find its audience because it's a Bungie shooter.
Yeah.
The one thing it's missing, which I hate, is there's nothing like there's nothing Fortnite about it. I hate to say it, but like these kind of games, you feel like draw in the Fortnite crowd and the
Mhm.
Atlas or not Atlas, what Apex Legends crowd, and this doesn't seem like a game they would play. Like, is it? It's almost like they're specifically targeting Bungie fans.
Yeah, and I'm not sure any Bungie fans will be interested in this. Because, like, I,
No.
to a certain degree, consider myself a Bungie fan. I've played and beaten all of the Halo games except for Halo 5. Well, and Halo Wars, but they also didn't make those. Um, so, like, all of the Bungie games I've played, I've enjoyed. There are some that I think are better than others, but, you know. Um, I there's nothing appealing about this to me. Like there's just nothing. It looks like, you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of the worst aesthetic choices in Watch Dogs 2.
Mm. I liked Watch
Like
Dogs
what
2.
if, yeah, but that was also like competently executed. Like Watch Dogs 2 is a way better game than Watch Dogs 1. But
Oh
like
yeah,
you remember,
definitely.
you know, there's that guy who wears the helmet. He's like the quirky hacker man
Yep.
with the
The
visor.
one with the
Yeah,
yeah. I love
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Imagine that guy, but taken to like just an unpleasant extreme, where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, okay, yeah, it's kind of obnoxious, but it's what he's going for, so it kind of works. This is just obnoxious.
yeah,
Like this is,
yeah. I
ugh,
don't find it appealing.
yeah.
Yeah, it didn't. The idea of the game didn't get me excited, and the footage certainly didn't do it for me either.
And there's a way to make ugly games and like have the ugliness work in your benefit. There's a game called Cruelty Squad, which is an unbelievably ugly game. It is
Oh,
a
we've talked about that
vile
before.
look. Yeah, it is just a vile looking game. It is
Yep.
visually offensive, but deliberately so, because it's a game about basically everyone being fucked up, and your life is, you're an assassin in a world where nobody really dies, and so human life is cheap, killing is cheaper, nobody really cares, and commercialism is run rampant. It's basically the ultra dystopia. So the game is
Right.
deliberately ugly to just make everything about it offensive to you, both explicitly and implicitly. This feels like it's trying to look good, but doesn't.
But doesn't look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the one thing
Unfortunate.
that kind of bothers me about these types of games too is because
Also,
there's so
what's with
many
the
of these.
VCR aesthetic? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Like
I
that
don't know.
font choice? Ugh, whatever. Sorry, what were you
Yeah.
saying?
No, it's cool. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Uh, oh, you know what really bothers me about these types of games is that they all have this same like map design where it's like, hey, let's
Mhm.
just put forest everywhere and some mountains and some
Yeah.
buildings, and it just
Yeah.
doesn't look like a place that's recognizable. You know, like it's not there's nothing iconic about it. It's just there. And
It
the one
makes
thing
for
I
an easy
wonder,
natural barrier. It's like it, as if it
it,
implies, hey player, the game's not here, it's in that other place. You know?
but here's my question: is why has nobody made a game like this, an extraction shooter or a battle royale or whatever you want to call them, entirely indoors? Why has no
Um
one done that yet? Why is there
yeah,
not just like an endless series of hallways and large corridors and
some
like
kind
some
of
sort of like
yeah,
yeah,
like
you know what I
some
mean?
kind
Like
of
I don't
death complex,
yeah.
like a
Like
giant
why does it have to
multi-tiered
be
arena. Yeah.
Yeah. Like take an Unreal Tournament internal level and just
Yeah.
maximize it like 80 times.
Yeah.
Like like that
Yeah.
would be so cool, you
I'm
know?
picking up what you're putting down. Yeah.
Yeah, like a building a Call of Duty level, but just extrapolated huge. Like
Yeah.
it's not like the games are not capable of rendering a building that
No,
size
in fact, if
because
anything, it would be better for
it would be easier.
performance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you don't have to render
You don't have to
everything like
render things out like a
the
kilometer
vista.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm like, why is no one doing that? I just
I I think
ah,
that the battle royale crowd likes the big open areas because they do make for like
and you but
being
you
able to
could
scout
do
ahead
that
and stuff.
internal.
You could.
You could have
You could.
like a football field sized room, where there's people. There's
Yeah.
like you don't go in there. That's Sniperville. You know what I'm saying? And you could
Yeah.
like make your way around, or like there's lots of ways that they could do it.
It could be done. It
I,
could be done.
this is a game that I thought would do it, but nope. Here we go again. We have the giant forest map with random buildings, and I just don't see how this differentiates itself from any other game in the genre besides it
Yeah.
being a Bungie game. I just,
Yeah, and it being the revival of an old IP. Yeah.
yeah, which no one gives a shit about. I should add that. Who cares about Marathon? Honestly,
Well, nobody who gives a shit about it, I think, is going to give a shit about this game. Put it
no,
that way. There are
yeah,
there are marathon fans. They do exist, but like I said earlier, I don't think any of them are interested in this.
no,
I think they would look at this and say this is a desecration of the game that we love.
yeah.
Because like I'm trying to
So this
think
was
of like if they did this with like Wolfenstein 3D, I would be upset by that because I'd like this. What does this have to do with fucking Wolf 3D? You know?
yeah. I do not understand it. All right, let's move on to our last news topic of the week, which is the Mario Kart World Direct. Was this morning, as of this recording, I believe.
Yeah, I parsed through it a little bit because I remembered like half an hour before we were recording, I was like, oh fuck, the direct was today. Oh shit. But it's
I
not
don't
very
know why
long.
my
And
video is so choppy.
well, look, you can skip through like the first half of this because it's basically just
No, I was just
footage
going to
of the
let it
game
play while
and-
I read stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was just going to let it play in the background,
It's
but I don't know why it's running so shitty. Let me reset it. Hold on. Maybe it's just being stupid in Riverside. Because it was running perfectly smooth, and then all of a sudden it stopped being agreeable. Let me put that back up here. Let's see. Close that. There we go. I think that's better. There we go. That's
All
better.
right.
All right. Okay, so now it's dropping again. Who knows?
Oh no.
I don't even care anymore. All right, so yeah, they
Well,
had a
look,
16
it
minute
doesn't really matter.
direct. People can see it. So I'm gonna go over all the updates here. I'm reading this for the first time with y'all, so I'll kind of react in as we go through it. So courses, Mario Kart World will feature a ton of new and old courses on its interconnected map, and we were introduced to a few of them today, including Mario Brothers Circuit, Crown City, Salty Speedway, I like that one, Starview Peak, Boo Cinema, Toad's Factory, Beach Peach, Beach Peach, all right, and Wario Shipyard. However, what should be most exciting for returning Mario Kart players is that the older courses have been reimagined to feel at home within this vast new world, offering fresh experiences on classic maps. That's pretty cool. I like that. I don't need to have them consistently make, the old maps. Oh, I can see one right there. That was funny. Did you see that? That was the Mario circuit from Super Mario Kart, the original one. That was cool.
Yep.
I like that though. It's neat. Characters and new techniques. So, considering up to 24 racers can compete in one race, Mario Kart World will need a lot of characters to ensure everyone doesn't play the same one. While there are sure to be more added, you can. While there are sure to be English more characters added and revealed, this direct featured such characters as Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Yoshi, Baby Peach, Baby Daisy, Baby Rosalina, Koopa, Rocky Wrench. I don't know. Who's Rocky Wrench? I don't know that name. Conkdor.
Uh,
Don't know that one
Probably
either.
some enemy that throws wrenches. Oh,
Oh, is it the
from
is it
Mario 3 Yeah,
yeah,
in the
the one that
airships
throws
they
the
throw
wrenches?
Yeah. It's got to be those
Yeah.
guys.
Conkdor, I don't know. It sounds like a bird. One of the bird characters, maybe.
Sure.
Goomba. It's gonna be a Goomba driving a cart with no hands. That's
How?
awesome.
Yeah. How exactly is it? Just to be like the mouth on the steering wheel, just like.
Do that. If they do that, I'm playing the Goomba. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm
Spike.
right there with you.
Spike. Is that just the little Koopas with the spike shell?
Yep.
That's another one with no hands. What the hell?
Oh no,
Cow.
it's stylized as because you know how they have like the upright walking Koopas.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an
So they're just
style
tucked in a shell, so they can like reach out and grab the
Yeah,
steering
I
wheel. I
guess.
guess that's funny. Who else? Cow, as you mentioned,
Yeah,
from Moo Moo
it's
Meadows.
just Cow. We have
Cow.
made Cow a Mario character.
No, there's the Goomba. Oh, he's not biting the
Oh,
steering
he's
wheel.
not. Oh,
That's bullshit. How's he driving that with no hands? That's
Yeah.
nonsense. I don't like that at all. Oh, look, there's characters right there. Oh, that must be the Conkdor, the one with the long neck.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Man, can you imagine Yoshi? Is that bike shaped like Yoshi, or is it just Yoshi colors? Because I was gonna say, can you imagine riding a bike like Yoshi riding a Yoshi shaped bike? That would be like you riding a Trevor shaped bike with your face on the front.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Okay, so look at that. We got Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Lakitu.
Yeah, whenever you make
that's cool.
baby versions of characters, you basically double your character roster.
It's true. Is that Toadette? Bowser
I
Jr.
guess.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think Bowser Jr.'s been in Mario Kart before.
I'm pretty sure he was in Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, maybe he was one of the DLC
Yeah, I
characters.
think he was an expansion character or something. Yeah, I think.
Birdo.
Yeah, why not?
King Boo. Shy Guy. Shy Guy's who I normally play. What's we got here? Oh wow. That's the one from Super RPG, the one that steals the. No, that's not Super.
No, it's new Super Mario Brothers. Nabbit.
New Super. Oh yeah, that's right. Damn. Piranha Plant. That's Hammer Bros.
Monkey Moles.
Yeah, Goomba. I can't remember this frog one.
I think that's Spike.
Oh, okay. A crab. There's just a crab. And a fish.
Yeah. You know, from the original Mario Brothers. There's the crab enemies that comes out of the pipes.
Out of the pipes? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Dry Bones. Yeah, Dry Bones.
Yeah.
How is this guy gonna drive a cart?
Yeah.
Or this guy.
And
He's got no hands either.
The weird ass like balloon lip bird thing from fucking Mario Sunshine.
Yeah. It's cool that they're adding those though.
I guess.
What else we got?
Weird choice.
Yoshi. Yeah, I'm assuming that's
yeah. There's
Conkdor.
the wrench guy. Yeah.
Yeah, wrench guy. This is just a Koopa with shades on. Why is this its own character?
Cool guy. Maybe he's cool.
Look at how many pages there are. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of characters. Holy snots!
There's more than 24. You're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a lot of choices.
I love the animation on the characters. It's really slick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're cute. They're really energetic.
Scooters.
They're happy to be here, man. It's Mario.
Yeah, they're very animated. I like them. It's like a hovercraft
Daisy's
boat
got
on
every
wheels.
kind of like shoulder and knee pad in the world.
Yeah.
Look at Bowser fucking barely able to fit in there.
Okay, I'll go back to my list
I've
here.
always wondered, what is Bowser's like canonical size? How large is he actually? Because he keeps changing sizes depending on on what they need him to be, you know?
That's a good question. Let's see, where was I in the list here? Yeah, King Boo, Bowser, Donkey Kong, Luigi, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Birdo, Bowser Jr., Lakitu, Toad, Wario, Pauline, Toadette, Shy Guy, Nabbit. That was the purple guy.
Yeah.
Piranha Plant, Hammer Bro, Monty Mole, Dry Bones, Wiggler, Cataquack, Cataquack,
I don't even know what that
Pianta,
is.
no, Pianta, Sidestepper, and Cheap Cheap.
Yeah, Sidestepper. That's the crap. That's what it's called.
Oh, Sidestepper. That's awesome. Oh, look at
Yeah,
the
because that's
graphics,
a
man.
crap
They
form.
look so good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Game's pretty.
It looks nice.
Driving with these characters will be even more fun this time around as there are new techniques to utilize. Charge Jump gives racers a chance to dodge enemy attacks. That's good. Reach higher places and rails that can be grinded on and even jump towards a wall to ride on it for a short time. We saw that in the initial trailer. However, one of the most exciting new additions is Rewind, as it will let players try again to reach a hidden path or take a turn better. However, it is important to note that rivals will still move normally if you rewind, so you could find yourself in more trouble if you aren't careful.
Oh, so it's like Lackey 2 coming and getting you and pulling you back, but without you falling off the course, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually affect the flow of the race. It just
No.
repositions you. No, that's fine.
You'd have to use that very strategically, I feel like.
Yeah.
You might be better off just going sometimes.
Yeah.
Races in Grand Prix and Knockout Tour. There are two main modes in Mario Kart World, Grand Prix and Knockout Tour. Grand Prix will be the mode fans are most familiar with. You'll need to complete multiple races to win the Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup again, and more. Yeah, there's some definitely some better editing needs to be done at IGN.
Yep.
However, this time around, players will drive from course to course instead of exiting out to a menu, which should make for a much more seamless experience thanks to Mario Kart World's open structure. If you happen to conquer all the Grand Prix Cups, a certain colorful course may appear, which sure sounds like Rainbow Road. It won't be easy, though, as there will be new obstacles like cars that shoot bullet bills and hammer bros that throw their namesake hammers. I don't know what that means. It won't be easy, though, as there will be new obstacles. Oh, so they're just talking about obstacles on races, I guess. Oh, there's the Hammer Bros weapon right there.
Yep. The fucking flurry of hammers.
Yeah. Whoa, look at that Mega Mushroom. Yep. That's cool. I like that one. Oh, the feather.
I wonder how much work goes into making sure that those models squish properly.
Right, yeah.
Like, it's got to be a lot.
Wow, look at that. That was a cool jump. Wow, look at all these. Whoa, you gotta look at Kamek. What's he do?
I don't know.
Oh, what the? He did something. I'm not sure what he did. There's Bullet Bill. We all know Bullet Bill.
Yeah.
He's the one you get when you're in last place.
Yeah.
Oh, the lightning.
I fucking hate lightning, man. It's such bullshit.
Yeah. That's annoying. That's another one you get when you're in last place.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Daisy?
Is Mario crip walking? What is he doing?
Oh, man. Let's see what else we got. Knockout Tour is a battle royale-esque mode where you have to race from one side of Mario Kart's world map to the other. The only catch is that you have to be in a certain place at each checkpoint or you'll be knocked out of the race. The winner will be the last driver standing in the Golden Rally, Ice Rally, and more, which we've seen before. Mario Kart World's free roam mode. Players will be able to drive wherever they'd like to without the worry of trying to be in first place. As you explore, you will discover things like P-switches, hundreds of them, that will activate blue coins you'll need to collect and start missions. These missions will be challenges that will improve your skills outside of races. Not sure what that means. Does that mean like makes you a better driver, or does that like literally mean upgrades of some sort?
I don't know. I know that they're showing it right now. The Yoshi thing is for costume changes.
I mean, what is it? Food?
Yeah, the food. Jesus Christ! Why is Mario doing that? It looks weird. I'm never gonna get used to seeing him move like that. But yeah, the food gives
Chips.
you. It gives you new costumes or something.
Huh. I wonder what that does.
Yeah, I don't know why you would carry that with you and not just like get a
No.
costume, but
Yeah.
whatever.
There will also be hidden coins like peach medallions, hidden panels, and much more. And there's a photo mode in free roam that will be available to always capture that perfect moment. Oh. Visiting Yoshi's restaurant will also be a joy as you can pick up dash food that will give you a boost of speed and an outfit. There we go. Inspired by your meal. Some examples shown were a cheeseburger, sushi, skewers, chips,
Oh,
roasted meat, pizza, ice cream, and more. So it gives you a boost and a change of clothes.
okay.
Playing Mario Kart World with friends will undoubtedly be one of the best ways to play this racing game, and Nintendo is giving players a ton of options in how they could do that. Such options
Yes.
include having 4 players play on one system, local wireless play with up to 8 players, 2 systems of 4 each, and up to 24 players from around the world playing in online play. Another big feature in Mario Kart World is allowing players to free roam with their friends in between races. Players will be able to see where their friends are on the map and fast travel to them for some fun. You can then battle or race with custom rules or just explore the map with them. Game chat will also be an integral part of Mario Kart World as players will be able to talk to their friends and even see their reactions live on video. We've already talked about that, so we know about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's the rewind feature on the video there.
Yep.
That was interesting.
It's worth noting that if you play split screen on the same system, I don't know how many players causes this to happen, but in the 4-player footage they show, it's running at 30 FPS, which it isn't really a surprise.
No.
That's
even on the TV.
That's I don't know. I don't
You would
know
think in
if
docked
it
mode
was showing was on the TV.
keep the 60. Yeah.
With 4 players on the same system, I don't know, dude. It's a big game with a lot to render.
Yeah.
And docked mode doesn't really improve performance so much as it just says, hey, you don't have to worry about battery and cooling limitations anymore. So
Yeah.
it's really what the system's nominal performance is versus handheld is sort of cut down. So I don't know,
Yeah.
but it like one way or the other, there's a 30 FPS cap on split screen mode, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I assume most people will be playing this either online or local wireless, which they also let you do.
Yeah. Although limiting it to 2 people kind of sucks. You'd think they would allow up to 4 local wireless, but
well, you can. That's 2 people per system, and 8 systems can connect.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's not that bad.
If you join local wireless, you can have basically 16 people. It sounds like, because you can have 2 people playing split screen on each Switch.
Cool. Well, then that's fine with me then. So alongside with those modes we previously mentioned, players will also be able to jump into time trials, which I've never found entertaining. Those are always like the ones I try to ignore and skip. I'm like, that's boring.
Yeah.
But so the time trials, you can race against other ghost data from other players around the world. That's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Versus mode is next, and it offers a ton of customization, including the option to compete with up to 4 different teams of racers. That's kind of cool. Battle mode is back as well, including such competitions as coin runners and balloon battle. Balloon battle obviously being the classic. Mm-hmm. Items. Well, there'll be familiar items returning to Mario Kart like Bullet Bill and Lightning. There will also be some new additions like the coin shell that can knock rivals off course and provide a trail of coins for players to collect. There will also be an ice flower to freeze enemies, hammers to attack enemies and block their path, a mega mushroom to grow players to monstrous heights, a feather that will let player jump to avoid attacks, and even a chemic item that will call on the classic character to transform players into something mysterious. So I guess that's what was happening when we saw that chemic thing.
Okay.
He was turning them into something else. So I'm guessing it's probably similar to Lightning, where it just like turns them into something that's slower, is my guess.
Yeah.
And then support features. Mario Kart World is aiming to be a game for players of all skill levels, and to reach that goal, Nintendo is including some support features to help, like smart steering, tilt controls, Joy-Con 2 wheel compatible, auto use item, auto accelerate, and the ability to adjust both the vertical and horizontal cameras. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. So,
Yep.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, sounds like
You
it's
know,
going to be a pretty
I'm
solid game.
yeah, it's gonna be great. We'll have to see how it measures up in terms of the Mario Kart pantheon of games.
Yeah,
Um, eight's amazing. I
yeah, but they've been adding to 8 for years, so.
yeah, it's got a lot of content.
Mhm.
This seems like it has a lot of content at launch, which is really great.
Yeah,
And I'm sure it will have DLC.
yeah,
As we talked
probably.
about last week, it seems unlikely to not. Oh, wow, look at that. That's cool. Wow, that's
Hmm.
cool. And you're dead.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We don't have to wait long though.
I like this
This game
Pilot
comes
Mario
out.
outfit.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's the new Donkey Kong.
Hmm.
God, it's visually very pretty. Oh, there's the
Yeah.
like we're like what? He's literally just sit. Oh, the penguin. The penguin's
Oh, you can be the penguin? Of course they drive the penguin off the cliff.
off the cliff. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
funny.
Well, I'm
Throw the
calling
baby penguin off the cliff. That's so awesome. Oh, there's the blue coins thing.
Yeah.
So can you switch from? Oh, look at that! You can switch from
Why
rail to
is
rail.
it's supposed to be red coins that you collect 8 of, not blue coins. Blue coins are just worth 5.
Um. Hmm. Yeah, that's weird. A peach medallion. What do you get with the peach medallions? I wonder.
I have no idea. The satisfaction of
And there's
having found them.
a little shadow of Wario appeared when she collected it. So maybe you unlock more costumes that way.
Maybe.
At least that's what it looked like.
Who gave the baby a
Yeah,
driver's
see?
license? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ding.
maybe it unlocked like a
Boom.
Wario costume or something.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Um yeah, I don't have much more to say. I'm not going to be able to play it for a very long time. That's for damn sure. But it looks fantastic. Looks great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. It's time to move on to Screenshot Scope. And we have so much time left. We'll maybe play an extra 5 rounds. We'll see how it goes since we have extra time. Starting with,
Yeah.
if it loads. What the hell? It's tough to say whether this is modern or classic.
Maybe like a
It's very
Mega Man
low.
X or something.
Could
Looks
be.
kind of like a wall you'd see in Mega Man X. Try Mega Man X
Yeah.
just to see.
Yeah, why not? Oh, it is an older
okay.
game.
So it's
But it's not
okay.
a Mega Man game. It's not Metroid.
No.
It's definitely something sci-fi.
Certainly looks that way. Can you get rid of that
Could it be
text
Metroid?
there? No, it's not Metroid. We already had Metroid, remember?
The original? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's not giving me any specific vibes. Oh.
Yeah, color palette isn't very NES. Maybe Genesis or Super Nintendo? Maybe Amiga? Yeah, I can't tell from this alone.
Yeah, let's move forward. I'm not sure what to even. Yeah. Oh, arcade.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I don't even know what that is.
It kind of looks like Altered Beast, almost. But Altered Beast is a fantasy game.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. There might be something weird in it.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, it's a 2D scroller shooter. It's like it's a Gladiator or a Gradius game. It's a Gradius game or
Oh God,
R-Type
there's
or
so
something like
many.
that.
Try
Let's just
R-Type,
put a
yeah,
Gradius.
or
I
Gradius,
can't remember.
whichever. You...
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
there you
But
go.
it's 6 one, half dozen the other. No, it's not Gradius.
So it's not that. All right,
1987. Holy crap!
try R-Type.
All right.
Try R-Type. That looks like an R-Type option. Yeah,
Yay!
there
Look
you
at
go.
that. Damn.
Man, I haven't played
The only one
R-Type
I've
in
ever
a
played
while.
was Life Force, which I think is a Gradius game, technically. I could be wrong.
Yeah. No, we
They
played
both kind of
R-Type
look
on the
similar
Super
to me.
Nintendo. We played whatever
Oof.
R-Type 2 or R-Type 3 or whatever it was. I remember we played that.
Round 2. Ooh, very modern.
Yeah.
Something very
Oh.
cartoony. It could be
Kind of gives me World of Warcraft vibes.
No, it's that this game looks way better than WoW does now.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's that Disney game. What's that free-to-play Disney game?
I have no idea.
Dreamlight Valley? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Yeah, Disney
Yeah,
Dreamlight
there you go.
Valley. Nope. 80%. Well, that is a much different art style.
Mm-hmm. That feels like a background to something.
A 2D background in a 3D game?
Sure.
This looks so familiar.
If it's something way off in the distance, why not?
Maybe 80%. That this is the first screenshot gives me a lot of vibes. The second one I don't get anything from. It's definitely modern. Looks very, very pretty. Trying to think of a colorful 3D. I mean, it could. Let's go with World of Warcraft. I don't think it will be, but why not? Because I don't have a better guess. No. PC though. Oh, this looks so familiar. Good God, this looks so familiar. PC original platform though.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what this is.
Could be Death's Door. Try that one. No. Fantasy Business?
Business
Simulation?
Sorta? Come on.
What the hell does that mean?
Weren't you talking about a game recently that's like a fantasy business game?
Moonlight 2?
Sure. I don't know. I don't remember what it was called.
Nope. Yeah, I need more info. Yeah. Huh.
Well, if I'd played the game, I'm sure I would recognize the character.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get this one.
Yeah, I have no idea what this could be.
Well, it's a potion selling game.
I still have no idea what this is.
Sure, potion permit. Nope. Potionomics. Never heard of it.
That was one of the suggestions there. I was almost going to say do Potionomics just because I like the name, but your guess was as good as mine, so I didn't bother.
Yeah. Round 3. Is that Bayonetta's legs?
I don't know. I do not know. If that is Bayonetta, that's a good call.
Ooh, 65%. Definitely not Bayonetta. Wow.
No.
The lower percentage ones are far more difficult for me because I don't
Yeah.
play average games typically. I literally have no clue. I don't even know where to start on this one.
No idea.
Okay. When you're ready to skip, just say skip.
I'm ready to skip.
And all of
Yeah.
them. Okay. Oof.
Oh, that's
Okay.
that's
not
no
helpful.
help. I don't know. What's a game on those systems? Probably a shooter. How about
Haze.
Singularity? No. Nope. Action, quick time events,
Oh.
stealth, sci-fi.
It's Remember Me, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm good.
Hey.
You know what gave it away? Was
What?
where's the picture? Right here. See the time thing?
Okay. I never played Remember Me, so
she like grabs that yellow thing in the middle and she like turns it to alter time or like alter computers and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and that's her right here. I didn't even notice that was her. It's such a zoomed in screenshot. That's her body. That's her arm right there.
I would never recognize that.
That's funny. It's an okay game. That was the first game from Don't Nod.
I remember the reviews being kind of
Yeah. It was okay. Oh, what the fuck?
Fuck
really?
off.
Yeah, that's not not fair. That could literally be anything.
Yeah. Fuck that. Skip.
I'm just going to guess Tempest. Oh, Tempest is not even in here. Oh, Tempest X3, sure, why the fuck not? Well, that's just as useless, 73%. Hey, look, Ground with Grass, after we saw some red, blue, and green lights.
Yeah, it was like chromatic it was like somebody woke up after being unconscious.
Yeah.
Like blurred screen and chromatic aberration, like every game does. Fucking.
Well, one thing we can take from this is that it's visually not modern. That looks pretty PS3, maybe early PS4 gen.
I don't know.
This is not. I don't think this is a modern game. Well, it's a 73%, so it might not be just a high budget game. Yeah, I have no idea.
Neither do I.
What? Okay, I'm wrong. Wow. No fucking clue. An Xbox Series exclusive that also launched on PC. What?
Maybe
it's a 73%.
Maybe it's Stalker 2.
It could be.
Try it.
It could be. Wow.
I was playing this today.
And you couldn't notice it from those. That's funny.
Well, not from those that are okay, yeah, this one I would have immediately said that's Stalker 2.
Okay.
Also, yeah, that is the most Stalker 2 picture ever. That's the fucking Gilka scanner.
That's funny.
How the fuck did I guess that based on the release platforms? Jesus.
I mean, it's true. It was Xbox and PC.
Mm-hmm.
Could this be Flower?
No. You can try it if you want, but I guarantee it isn't.
Flower had a menu where you picked a flower, and it was like 2D, like artsy
yeah, but
fartsy.
It was in the windowsill of your like apartment.
Oh yeah,
not in an office.
Yep. No, you're right. I do have that in my mind. Yes, this isn't it. Yeah, I don't know on this one.
I mean, you could try Flower just to eliminate it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be.
Oh, it's not even in here. Oh, no, it is. It is.
87.
Fuck, I don't know. That looks like a Valve.
Yeah, this might be Witness.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Nope.
We made Jonathan Blow cry. I have no idea what this is. I've definitely never played it.
Oh, I know this one. Oh God. Oh God. It's got tactics in the name. Tactical Breach Wizards. There we go.
Tactical Breach Wizards?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you like literal wizards?
I don't know. I've never played it. I've never played it.
Because if this is
But
like if this is like XCOM, but you've got magic spells, I'm kind of in it.
no, it's a little more basic than that. I think it's more of like a
Eh,
more of a puzzle kind of a thing. A little smaller scope.
okay.
Um, but it got pretty decent reviews, I think. What was the Metacritic? Yeah, 87. So
Yeah.
yeah, it did really well. Oh, is that
Oh,
King's Quest?
no, it's Defender of the Crown.
Really?
I guarantee it. It's the jousting minigame from Defenders of the Crown.
Wow. Nice call.
I've never
Damn.
played that game, but I just know the look.
It's got a cool art style.
It does. That's why I know the look, because it stood out in my mind.
Damn, that game's older than we are.
Mm-hmm. It was originally for the Amiga, I believe.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck, and I knew it was going to be more plants.
Oh, I might know it. I think it's Eternal Sonata.
Oh, yeah, it could be. Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I love
game
that
where you
game.
play as Frederick Chopin.
Yeah. It was a great game. I never beat it. But
Weird
it
idea
was
for
really
a
good.
game, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Love that game. Man. That's a game that I'm surprised never got a re-release or a remaster. Or
Yeah,
anything.
what's up with that?
Yeah. Well, they might start getting games like that might start getting moved over because we talked about it last week. Nighttime Studios or whatever. They're starting to look at PS3
Nighttime.
and 360 games
Yep.
that
Yep.
were never moved over.
That looks like a hockey rink.
I don't know.
Well,
Those
at
look
least
like
I'm basing that on the design, because you know how the paint underneath the ice kind of looks a little blurry like that
yeah.
when you put a few layers of ice on it. At least that's just what I'm, what I'm thinking. Those kind of look like chairs in the back there. Maybe it's some kind of raised platform.
Chairs? Like these?
Yeah, don't those look kind of like chairs in like a
I don't know.
like in a stadium or
And
something?
I don't know what these things on the ground are. They look like thermoses.
Yeah, well, if it's a sporting venue, you'd see water bottles around.
Yeah, I don't have a guess. I mean, if
Neither
it
do
is
I.
hockey, then it's like what hockey game would it be? It's like
Yeah,
1,000
I have
hockey
no
games.
idea.
Let's skip.
Let's skip.
Ooh, definitely not a hockey game.
Nope.
64.
I have
Yikes.
no idea. Just some blue
Like-
energy. Some dude looking at it from above.
Maybe
I
a
don't
dude. We don't really know. I say skip. I got nothing.
Yeah.
So generic.
Ironically, that looks like one of the anomalies from Stalker 2. But we obviously know
Is
it's
it
not
Stalker
Stalker
1?
2. No.
It's not Stalker
No,
1.
Stalker 1 doesn't look this good.
Oh.
But it's recent.
That look. Is this Outlaws? Star Wars Outlaw? That looks like a Star Wars gun.
Well, you've played it, bro.
I know, but none of this looks like Star Wars Outlaw. I'll try it though. No,
Nope.
Outlaws isn't even in here. No. It does look Star Warsy though.
I have no idea.
Switch, PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series.
So like
That looks
everything.
Star Wars
Everything.
though.
I tell you, that UI
Yeah.
design looks like it's straight out of 2003.
Oh, it's Star Wars Bounty Hunter. But
Oh,
that was an
okay.
old game. It's Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Oh, is it Star Wars Hunters? The
Maybe.
game that got canceled?
Oh, there's a Bounty
what?
Hunter 2024.
No.
Okay. You just try it. We got two
No.
guesses. If that doesn't pan out, come on.
Oh, it is.
See?
So they
Told
did a
you.
remaster of the game?
I guess.
Wow. Oh, it's from Aspire.
Yeah,
That explains
Aspire.
it.
Yeah. Well, that explains why the UI looks like it's out of 2003, because the game probably
That's
is too.
so funny. Yeah.
Weird that would be a separate entry, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Separate answer. Yeah.
Oh, here's more.
Jeez.
This looks like that scene in Spaceballs where they're combing the desert.
It could be, what's that Sandrock game? Something Sandrock. My time at Sandrock. Let's see. Nope. 85%. Wow, that's pretty high.
This looks like the front door in Shadowgate, except the skull should be above the doorway. Then you hit the skull and it moves and you find the key. That's how you get in.
The skull looks like Punisher's logo.
Well, yeah, actually, it does kind of.
Could it be Marvel Rivals?
Maybe. Who knows? I haven't played it.
No, it's not in there. No idea then. Skip on this one?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's not helpful.
A shield, an overturned table. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, that's not a good picture.
There's nothing helping us there.
Oh, it's a VR game.
Fighting. Oh, shit. I forget the name of it. I can see the footage in my mind, but I don't remember what it's called.
Is it Demio? No, can't be Demio. Yeah, I don't know.
Crap.
I'm not much of a VR expert, so.
Oh, it's like a G thing, like grog,
G string,
grog or Gorn or.
Oh, Gorn. Yeah, it could be Gorn. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good job. That does not look fun at all.
Yeah, it's just swing wildly. The problem with doing melee combat in VR is that there's no impact,
tactile feedback.
So
yeah,
so it's just swing, 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 and that's it. That's why it works best for shooters.
Oh, I know this one. It's RimWorld. What? Is it one word, maybe? RimWorld?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there you go.
What?
No, you are wrong, sir. Is it Factorio?
No, this is RimWorld, dude. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, that's fucking RimWorld. Unless it's the other game that they make. Shit. This is fucking RimWorld. I'm looking at it right now and I'm telling you, it's fucking RimWorld.
What's the other game that they make?
I don't fucking know.
I don't even know what
I would know it if I
game
heard it.
RimWorld is.
It's like one of those like community simulator games, top down, where you tell them what to do and oh god. I'm telling you, this is I know what the game is. It's the other game the RimWorld guys make. I'm gonna skip this just to see if it rings a bell at some point. Oh, it's Prison Architect.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's the same guys who
introversion.
made RimWorld, but yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know if it's the
these
same guys, but it's like exactly the same.
these are
So
the
yeah,
Darwinia
in this one
guys.
you in this one you build a prison and you run a prison and you have to like do everything from like the electricity to the water to like detailing
Yeah.
how the prisoners' days are scheduled, like everything.
Yep.
RimWorld is basically the same thing, except you are a bunch of people that crash land on a planet.
People aren't prisoners.
Yeah,
They're
you
not
crash land on a planet and
incarcerated.
you just have to survive. Yeah, good games. All right, we'll do. Let's see, what are we at? We'll do two more. Fantasy Star Online.
Phantasy Star Online 2. I'm thinking PSO 2. This looks like something from PSO 2.
Nope.
No.
What the hell?
Okay.
That looks a lot different than I thought.
Yeah. Is that like a film canister or something?
No, it's a battery. There's like a little electricity bolt on the
Oh,
side of
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
Don't know though. It's not ringing a bell.
Mm. Does it look Nintendo-ish to you?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't remember a
Yeah.
battery in any game though. Oh, Kirby? Be a
Maybe.
Kirby game?
Maybe.
But I don't know which one. It's a 2D one, and it looks like a
Uh,
2D side-scrolling one.
try
But
Kirby Star Allies. Or Planet Robobot. Planet Robobot. That would be the one that would have a battery in it.
nice.
Yeah!
That
Good
was
call
a
on the
co-op
Kirby
one if I've
game.
ever seen one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so funny. Damn, that might be the first one where we've literally co-opted it within seconds. Like, hey,
Yeah.
maybe it's a Kirby game. Hey, it's that one. That was beautiful. Final one. Well, that looks like either a. I was gonna say it was a wave, but I think it's a mount. It's supposed to be a mountain.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a new Super Mario Brothers game. Maybe. Try it. Just try it.
Which
New
one?
Super. Yeah. Try fucking any of them. It could be any of them. Nope.
Nope,
So it's not any of
66.
them. Okay. Oh, ouch. Definitely not Mario then.
Nope. I have no idea what that looks
Oh.
like to me.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like maybe two stick figures holding up swords,
Hmm.
like from the
I know. I was
chest
gonna say
up.
Patapon, but Patapon wouldn't have got a 66. So
I don't know. Did we already
we can
get
try it.
Patapon?
I don't think so. Might as well try it. Nope. Oh, it's a
Oh, it's a Crash game.
yeah,
Um.
Crash 2 probably, or the Wrath of
Hold
Cortex.
on. It's PS2 game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Crash of the Titans. Try that one.
Crash of the Titans.
Yeah.
Nope. It is a Crash
Nope.
game
But
though.
it is a Crash game, of course.
That looks
I
much
don't know
more
which
older.
ones were on the PS2. Maybe it is Wrath of Cortex. Is that a PS2 one? There it is.
Apparently,
Yeah, I haven't played a
I
Crash game since the PS1.
I don't know how they were so popular.
I mean, back then they were fine because it was like,
Yeah.
hey, 3D platforming.
Hey, Super Mario World's better. Super Mario 64.
Yeah, but Mario
I
64
don't know.
wasn't out yet.
This came out. Crash came out before Super Mario 64.
Pretty sure it did.
Hmm.
Let me check real quick.
Well, while you do that, I'm gonna switch us back to the view screen.
Let's see here. Yes, technically. I think so.
What, by
Let me
like
check.
6 days or something?
It's close. Let me just double check. Let me just double check. Um, by like 23 days.
Oh wow.
Actually, no. In Japan, the N64 came out first.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so
But they were probably in development at the same time.
yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. So one definitely beat the other. That's for sure. All right. Well, I think we did pretty decently. There's definitely some in there that
Mm-hmm.
we've never heard of, but not bad overall.
Yep.
All right, this has been episode 41 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. If you want to look me up on Blue Sky, I am at TJ-Leo.
And I am at Ninjas.
If you want to email us, you could do so at co.op.podcasts@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. And if you missed the last episode, we'll put that up for you. And that's all the time we have for you this week. Shorter show, but we got a little bit of juice out of it, much as we could. Yep. Hopefully next week it'll be a little bit more hefty on the news side, a little bit more to talk about. But in the meantime, I hope everybody has a good long Easter weekend. Spend time with your fam jam, have fun, watch WrestleMania for all the wrestling fans out there. I know I will be. And enjoy the weekend.
Yep.
Enjoy the weekend. We will be back next week. Until then, get back to gaming.
We out.